Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be talking about a list of 10 cars that have been rebranded. And I won't go into detail on anything else. So, let's let's get started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the first car that has been rebranded is Isuzu rebrands their Trooper for Acura as an SLX from 1995. No, as a 1996 model. So in the year 1995, so it could be a 1996 model. And this car was made from 1996 to the year 2000. So, really quickly, that was just Acura trying to get into the business of SUVs before they came out with the RDX, the MDX, and those two are the only ones. And then the second one is Isuzu rebrands their Rodeo for Honda as a Honda Pilot from 1992 all the way to 2002. And that's also before Honda started making their own SUVs like the Honda Pilot, the Honda CR-V, the Element. That's about it. Those are the cars so they were not so big before. They didn't have any cars, so that's how they got into that's how they got into the SUV, the minivan portion of the market. Now, the Acura TSX, which was rebranded as a Honda Accord but with a nicer interior. That's how I put it. That it just had nicer interior. It was the same exact car but with nicer interior. And it was from 2003 to 2004. And what I kind of do see is that it's not an exact replica. It's just based on it. Whatever the Honda Accord had, they try to use those same features or the same styling for the Acura TSX. And then we have the Honda NSX, which is what it should be called everywhere, Honda NSX. But since people are not willing to spend $100,000 for a Honda product, that's the reason they came out with Acura, the sub brand Acura. That's how I call it. I don't know if that's how you call it, a sub brand, but that's how it is. It was a sub brand, so as a sub brand is Acura. So Acura NSX was rebranded as Honda NSX was rebranded as a Acura NSX. So that's how it is. It was from 1989 to 1990. I think that's the model that it only had. I think that was the only models it had from 89 to 90. And there they just sold that car, I believe, for 10 years. Until 2000, up to 2015 or 2014, or I forgot when exactly they stopped selling that car. But I think it was around 10 years. And then that's how it was in Japan. From 1990 from 89 to 90, it was a model. But that model was sold from 90 to 2005. But I think people still sold it as the same model, but sold it over and over as new cars, but just sold it. And then in 2015, it started being built in Ohio, in USA. I don't know exactly where, but I could get the exact I can pinpoint where that factory is at in Ohio. So that's what I said. In 2015, it started being built in Ohio. Then we got the second generation Acura TL, which my parents had a green Acura TL, and it drove us from LA all the way to Denver, Colorado, which I do agree that it was a higher end Honda. I do agree with them, with people now, that the Acura is just the Acura TL was just a higher version of a Honda Accord, which, like I said, it was released in 1998, and like I said, it was based on the Honda Accord. Then we have the 1998 Geo Prism, which, like, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but my parents had a Geo Prism earlier than 1998, which was a square version, a square model, which was, I think, as I've seen on the internet, it was called the Geo Prism E90. I'm not sure because there's not too much information on this E90, so I can't really confirm that that's the car. And the Geo Prism was 1998 and was rebranded as a Toyota Corolla. So, like I said, the Geo Prism failed, so they just rebranded some of those cars to Chevrolet again, because Chevrolet wanted to have a compact car, just like Toyota with their I believe it was with the Scion. I think that's how they were trying to base it, do the same thing like what Scion did in the future. I mean, in later years. So, like I said, it was just the Toyota Corolla, the Geo Prism from 1998, or the Chevrolet Prism. And then we have the Honda Crossroads, which was a Land Rover rebrand, which was from 93 to 1998. And I still have the same thinking in my mind that the newer Discovery vehicles are not great. I don't like them. I still don't like them. So let's go on with the next one, the Toyota RAV4, which was rebranded as the Suzuki A-Cross. And like I have in my mind, I think Suzuki and Isuzu are not sold in the US. I may be wrong, but that's what I've seen. I think it's Britain and other countries now, but not in America, because I think they failed so badly that they just pulled out of America and left. And now we have the Toyota GT86, which was rebranded as a Subaru BRZ, and Toyota's well known for rebranding, having rebrand supercars or cars that have been rebranded from other companies. For example, the Supra, which is basically a BMW. So this vehicle was built from 2012, and I think it's still being built, so I cannot say that it's not. Then now we have the Honda Odyssey, which was rebranded as the Suzuki Oasis, and it was only for one model, which was the 1996. And with that being said, I think, like I said, Suzuki doesn't exist no more in America, and neither does Isuzu, so that's it. That's all I have to say, and I have nothing else to say, ladies and gentlemen. So that's about it. Those are the top cars that I believe are rebrands. If you guys have a different list, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, we've come to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys in another video.